Hello, it is Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada, joined by the one and only Meghan Trainor. Hello. They
Hi.
they say that Mariah Carey is the queen of Christmas, but I feel like we're talking to her right now. Look at you.
Thank you so much. My mom says I could be a queen too. I'll never try to take her throne, but like I'll be like a princess of Christmas, you
There
know?
you go. How long has the tree been up behind you?
Oh, it's definitely since before October.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem getting that up right away. We love the tree, and sometimes we leave it way too long too.
Yeah. When did you actually record the Christmas album? Was it like a summer album that you had to record in order to get it ready?
For sure. Yeah. So the weird part about Christmas albums that happens every year, but everyone forgets because it's uncomfortable to think about. We put out our Christmas albums like October 30th because that's when all Michaels and Target like switch over their stores.
Yeah.
So you want to be like the first girl in there. So we recorded it in like July and August. It was hot. It was very hot. We did a photo shoot at my house and made sure the AC was cranked because we were all in Christmas sweaters sweating our butts off. But yeah, it was really fun. So we've been in Christmas forever.
It seems like it. That's awesome. And I love how involved your family is with this album. I think that's so cool. It's really like a Trainor Christmas. Was it quarantine that made you want to get the whole family involved because that's who you were like quarantining with, or was that always the plan?
Yeah, it's always a plan to get them involved. They've been in my like last two albums. I believe they've been doing backgrounds and writing with me and getting more involved in my music. And they see how hard I work. And I think it's just them like reaching out, loving me, being like, yo, you want help with this promo? Like my older brother, you'll see him in my promo videos or my TikToks. And it's like really nice to have that support and love. Also, I house them. So my brothers are in my house. So they kind of feel that responsibility of like, let's help you today. So they're the best guys ever. And yeah, being in quarantine with them, they were the easiest to like, yo, you want to work on this with me and help me? And so I got so lucky.
That's so nice. And your brother was dressed up as the Grinch, right, for Halloween?
Oh yeah,
He's
that
a
was
wicked
his
Grinch.
idea. He's like, dude, we should do a live stream. I should be the Grinch. You should be Cindy Lou Who. Daryl can be the dog. And I was like, okay. And he fully committed. Like as soon as his makeup was done, he was the Grinch all day long.
Yeah, seriously, the mannerisms, everything. I was like, who is this? This is impressive.
I was shocked. He's like, how'd you not think I would deliver? I was like, I don't know. I didn't expect, you didn't have to. So I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's so good. Did you ever see yourself having a Christmas song with Earth, Wind, and Fire? That's insane.
No, I remember when we first talked about features, I always love collaborating. So I was like, ask everyone and whoever responds, we'll give it to them. So they were definitely on my list for forever, always. And my manager manages them. So we were like, maybe there's a chance. And they said, yeah, we love Meghan. And I was like, no way. So I knew I had to deliver. I was like, we got to write from scratch. It needs to be a perfect Earth, Wind, and Fire song. We studied Let's Groove Tonight, Boogie Wonderland in September. I was like, it's got to be one of those for the holidays. And we wrote holidays and the next day they heard it and they loved it. And I was like, we did a music video. It's going to be epic.
That's great. Yeah, it's such a good fit. I love it so much. It's great. Another feature on the album that I was surprised to see is Seth MacFarlane. I feel like that's so random, but then when you listen to the song, you're like, oh, this makes so much sense because it's so good. How did that come about?
For us, that was like a no-brainer. Like my family, we grew up like loving Family Guy and figuring out who Seth MacFarlane is. And then we fell in love with him and fell in love with his music. A lot of people who interview me are still like, he has albums. I'm like, dude, he has a Christmas album. Like he is the king of Christmas in LA and he has a Grammy. He's nominated every year for Grammys. Like he's so good and so underrated in my life. I was like, I need to tell everyone about Seth MacFarlane. So when he agreed, I was in shock and was like, okay, yes, I want White Christmas and I want you to sing anything you want. And they sent back his raw vocals, just like as if he was singing it in my face. And I've like cried ever since.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I feel like people don't make that connection right away. But even if you look at like the theme song of Family Guy, that's Seth MacFarlane.
Oh yeah, he's Brian and Stewie and Quagmire and he's Peter. He's all of them. And he sings all the time on that show that I was like, how are you guys impressed with it? Like, obviously he's a great singer and has an album.
Yeah, definitely. I've heard you say in an interview before that you want like 7 kids. So I'm thinking, can we get like a Von Trapp situation in like a decade? Because you worked on your family with this album. In 10 years, when you have a bunch of kids, can we get like a family album?
I'm thinking you're absolutely right. And I think that this interview will start the documentary of that.
Yes.
Of what that is. Yeah, I'm pregnant now and I'm kind of really good at it. Like, knock on wood, I've been so lucky in this pregnancy that I think I'm just born to give birth, you know, like I'm just a natural so far. We'll see how I'm talking after I actually give birth, but in my head, me and Daryl are like, cool, so let's have 5, right? 5, 7, like as much as we can. I want twins, I want triplets, I want it all.
That's amazing. That's good to hear. And congrats on the pregnancy of baby boy, a little spy kid on the way.
Little spy kid. I know, we're so excited. We gotta find like an outfit or make a replica little outfit and like put them together.
Yeah, you got it. That's so great. What's the biggest thing you feel like you've like learned about pregnancy whilst being pregnant?
I learned so much. There's so much. Yeah, I like Googled everything. I YouTubed everything. I'm still learning random stuff about my body. I didn't know, like in my family, like my mom had gestational diabetes for like 1 month during her pregnancy. And I was like, oh, it was nothing. And they're like, let's check you out. And I like haven't even talked about this yet, but I was really close to getting it. And I'm still like petrified. So I had to like really focus on what I'm putting in my body. And I got a trainer and I'm like working out every other day and like really scared and want to just make sure everything's smooth sailing. Didn't know, like people are like, eat whatever you want, live your best life. Like, don't work out. It's not good for your core. You have to work out your core because your abs can also split too soon. And then you have that open gap forever. Like things no one's talking about.
Yeah, so, my sister-in-law just had a baby and I would work out with her and she said that exact same thing. And I was like, that's a thing? That's nuts.
That's a thing. I literally was told in the beginning of my pregnancy, like by a woman that was like, honey, make sure you do everything, but don't work out your core. And they're like, you can, but you have to be like a certain way about it. Like, you know, cat-cow, like that position, like I suck in my abs and I like pull them up and I work them out that way rather than doing like crunch, you know? There's so much. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to help everyone.
You absolutely should. You recently confessed in a video, and I need to discuss this with you, that you eat chips by dipping them in ketchup, and then you also put ice in milk and then drink that with a metal straw. Why? What are you doing over there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. When I was a kid, like when you got, okay, think of it as French fries. I got a hot dog with ketchup and I'd have potato chips.
Yeah.
Mom loved me. What a great lunch. Thank you, Mom. And I had I'm a dipper. So I had the hot dog, dipped it into the ketchup. And then I was like, take a potato chip. It's a French fry. That's fine to me. That seems right. It's not like I'm putting like Cool Ranch Doritos in the, you know, I'm not like sick. And then I had a glass of milk with ice today. Some people like it cold. I need it cold. I can't have warm milk. That freaks me out for some reason.
Doesn't that water it down?
Like coming out of the cow and that moment. I need it like ice cold. So I put the ice in there. And then like those are my 2 favorite things. And I was like, I'm going to mix this up. So that was like my snack.
There you go. Have you had ketchup chips? Because that's like our delicacy here in Canada.
See, I went to like a summer camp once and I swore in the vending machine there was ketchup chips. And I was like, oh, this is what I like invented. Who stole this from me? So I know they're a real thing. I know they exist. And that makes sense that they're in Canada because y'all are better than us.
Yeah, I'll send you some. There you go. That'll be a pregnancy.
Yes.
There you go. Awesome. Meghan, congrats on the album. Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You're so sweet and good at this. Thank you so much for being good at this.
You're welcome.